Guys, welcome to another amazing world record. That's right, Ash just beat the world record in any percent again yesterday by 1 freaking second. That means the difference between Ash's world record in any percent and Laura's former world record, which I have sitting right here below me, is only 1 second difference in the final time. So what are we going to do today is we're going to look at them both side by side, start them both at the start of the run, and then see which one pulls ahead, which one pulls behind, and see what we can glean from this information as a side-by-side comparison / reaction. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, and those should be just about yeah, perfect. Oh, look at that perfect sync right there. I'm a god. Anyway, so yeah, so Laura and Ash, in case you guys don't know, have been the two recent any percent battlers for world record lately in this game. They've both traded hands with the world record, I think maybe 3 or 4 times at this point. The previous record before they came along was my 37.57, which they've been lowering well into the 37.40s now, with Ash's record being on the left, Laura's former record on the right, 37.45 and 37.44 respectively. So I think, from what I understand, I think the actual... Look, they're looking at each other. They're looking at each other. They're in love. Clearly, they're in love. Isn't that funny how the camera can be different, though, based on how you enter a portal? That's basically what that is. And also, I'll go ahead and turn up the volume just a smidge for Ash's thing here. I can barely hear it. But yeah, as you can see, it's basically the same. Artisans is going to be mostly pretty much the exact same thing. You know, give or take a few gems here in Stone Hill. But you'll see after this dragon here, they're going to be collecting some of the blue gems here. Let me crank this audio up a little bit. Bring that up to like 10, 14, see if that's better. That's a little better. But yeah. But it's pretty cool to see like world records synced like this, because it really gives you an idea of like just how like much of the same run it really is. Like, you know, these are two different players right here, literally putting down what appears to be like a mirror image of the same gameplay. And even going so far as, I'm pretty sure they both collected the same blues there. I might have been mistaken on that. Not sure. It can be hard to tell at times. But yeah, the Spyros are in love. Ooh, bad pause by Ash there. Oh, minus time. Kapow! I could smack Ash for that one. No, I'm just kidding. I don't blame Ash for that. It's genuinely, it's hard to optimally pause and exit a level in this game. And in fact, I would venture to say that it's actually a bad idea to do such a thing, to like optimally pause and exit, because you're going to end up like basically losing time to like, I don't know, to like little weird, like, oh, I didn't accidentally pause. You gotta remember the pause button on the DualShock 2 controller, or like just these old PlayStation controllers. It's not like a proper button. It's one of those like really mushy kind of buttons, if you remember those from your childhood. It's like a real mushy pause button, so that adds like, you know, it doesn't help with the whole muscle memory of actually pausing and unpausing optimally. But yeah, besides that one pause by Ash there, okay, big trick, nice. They both got it very clean. It's not too bad, that jump. It looks crazier than it really is. But yeah, besides that pause there, it's pretty much the exact same playthrough so far. Looking like Ash taking a little bit more time to grab those boxes though, falling behind just ever slightly more. But something honestly, I haven't watched these runs in full yet, side by side. And I haven't even seen Ash's record at all yet, so I'm gonna be mostly paying attention to that one. But if you're curious, I did do a reaction to Laura's, the one down on the right here. Which you can see on my YouTube channel as well. But yeah, basically Laura's slightly pulling ahead here, and I was just about to say, I have a feeling that even though Laura's like a little bit ahead here, we're gonna see them pulling ahead and behind of each other, which is part of the reason why this a comparison like this is pretty interesting. Laura getting the through the mountain strat, and same with Ash, very nice. Again, these strats aren't necessarily hard, but like they are like little the gust spring. Oh, it's a good alert. Oh, but yeah. And I'll mention this since that alert came up. For my personal taste, with my own like runs and stream and gameplay, I like to have alerts like not over the game. I know most streamers don't really care about it, and to be fair, you don't have to care about it. By the way, Ash pulling ahead right there. How the fuck did that happen? Ash just absolutely killing it there. Maybe I missed some flubby movement from Laura perhaps, but wow. Or wait, what? Or no, I guess I must have misread that. Wait. I'm stoned. Ash is still behind. I'm stoned. Don't worry about it. I saw the balloons like doing something. Forget me. Yeah, I'm an expert, by the way. A resident expert in this game. Don't worry about me. But yeah, I try to keep my alerts like not over the gameplay. That way I can at least have like the game like the way I say it, the game completely unmolested gameplay, just perfect virgin game, nothing over it, no like this or that. And to that end, I like to try to post just gameplay only versions of my runs as well, where if I had like alerts happening over the game, then I wouldn't be able to do that as easily. So, you know, just a recommendation to other runners. Go for it if you are a nerd like me about it. If you really care about the sanctity of the gameplay like that. I figure if we're gonna put all this time into getting a world record, that you know, you might as well be able to have the game without all of your bullshit, you know, added to it. That's just like I guess it's just a philosophical like thing. But again, to each their own. It's not like anyone has to do anything, I'm saying, in that regard. Okay, Laura getting the jump here, very clean, and I can only imagine Ash also hitting it. You have to sort of like rub up against the wall weirdly. Usually what I would try to do is just avoid the wall completely, but it looks like both of them kind of do like a little rub with the wall right before the actual jump itself. So pretty good, pretty good. Laura's still staying solidly ahead. Laura probably a good 2 or 3 seconds ahead of Ash at this point. I also didn't start the timer up there, but you can be rest assured that they are going to end in the 37-4 X's. So I figure it's not super necessary. Let me see what you guys are saying. Start paying attention to gem counts. Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. So I am not gonna be able to pay attention to whatever the fuck you guys want me to pay attention to. I'm just gonna say, to those of you, I've seen YouTube comments that are like, oh, he's watching this task, he's not showing his love and respect to the task. I'm just taking shit at face value, nice mama proxy. If you guys, I know Laura's here in the chat, if you have anything valuable to add to this, I highly encourage people watching on YouTube, look at my Twitch chat over there, because Laura is going to be giving a lot of valuable information on stuff like gem counts. And because it's one thing to be ahead like on the game here, but it's another thing to be ahead with the gem count, because that will allow you to go faster near the end in Jock, which is a big hallmark of this category. Your gem count makes a huge difference in terms of how you execute that final level of Dreamweavers, because you just do or don't have to collect as many gems to get out of that homeworld. So yeah, whatever insight about gem counts and this and that, you can still kind of see here that Laura is over gem compared to Ash. But yeah, I'll try to keep my eyes on it, but yeah, just fair disclaimer to any bitches on YouTube that's like, oh, he didn't notice this thing, what a fucking asshole. Like, bitch, there's 2 games playing here. You want me to catch every single thing and talk and read a chat? Fuck you. All right? Bitch ass YouTube commenters, I see you. All right? Tell me about the damn gem count. Tell me about the damn gem count. No, but not to insinuate Laura. Laura's great. So let's see. Let me look at the gem count. 268 versus 283. Ooh, Ash getting a lot more gems there. Ash getting a lot more gems. That's huge. Yeah, for me, I'll definitely be assessing the gem count a bit more when we get towards Jock, and kind of just seeing the overall like where did they arrive at. But I will take these runs at face value. It's like so hard. I don't know if any of you guys else are feeling this. It is so hard to watch 2 runs like side by side and try to pay attention to both of them. It's genuinely challenging. It's like, it fucks up your brain to do, right? Especially considering that now they're off by like 3-4 seconds. It's like you can kind of keep up, but it's like it fucking hurts your brain a little bit to watch. You basically have, the way our brains are, is you basically have to pay attention to one over the other, essentially. 9:14, Ash a bit ahead here. Nice jump, dude. Again, the 3 out of 3 Peacekeepers jump. I mean, so up to this point so far, really, it just seems like a very similar paces, and that doesn't surprise me. Any percent It really doesn't get that, in my opinion, it doesn't really, with a comparison like this, I have a feeling it's not going to get super interesting until we either see a missed large trick or once we get towards Dreamweavers, when we can start to like really see the effect of the gem count. But for now, we basically just got these two runs playing side by side. Spinner's in the chat, and hey, if you're watching on YouTube, type a letter B in the chat for balls, and thanks for watching. And hopefully I don't seem too vindictive about the whole, oh, you didn't see this, you didn't see that thing. I'm trying my best. I want you guys to know I'm genuinely trying my best. And I am sorry. Oh, I see we have Ash in the chat as well. So yeah, once again, I will reiterate, if Ash or Laura have anything to add here in the chat, please feel free to do so. I just want to reiterate this. I will certainly not catch whatever important thing you probably saw. Not just Ash or Laura, but anyone else watching. So feel free to add that context in the comments or in the Twitch chat, but I think I've made myself clear in that respect. Classic Night Flight. Dude, those turns at the end are always such a fucking doozy, man. Sometimes they're clean, sometimes they're just a fucking joke. And there's also an alternate route you can do there as well that I believe Ali goes for. I think it's like a two-vol route, which is arguably maybe faster. It's hard to say. I know they do it in ILs. Madness. And of course, for me, my brain is so used to 120%. It's so weird seeing like some of these dragons collected from certain sides. With Magnus in 120%, you collect them from the other side, so you have to like run around him. So it's like, what? You just run into Magnus like that? It's like, that's wrong. And my brain is like, that's wrong. But honestly, even with like a couple of little like tiny flubs, like with the paws or whatever, they are still staying pretty, I would say pretty synced at this point. Laura having the early game lead, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't been paying super close attention to gem counts, disclaimer, but seeming like Ash has more gems here overall. But we'll see about that once we exit Peacekeepers. And in fact, the best place to look at the overall gem count is actually in the first level of each homeworld. When you're entering, it tells you your total treasure up to that point, which it does that for every level, but specifically the first level of each homeworld is like it's a good bar to look for that. Especially in 120%, because then it should be a round number for the first level, saying the total treasure. Okay, okay. You're playing it safe with that blue guy. I respect it. So, question for the YouTube commenters: are the blue enemies like in this level? Are they Norks or are they like another species? And what about like Shemp, like the yellow skinned enemies? Are those all just Norks or are they like their own like, you know, race or species or something like that? I feel like they're kind of distinct, right? Okay, nice. Inner cavern. What are you guys saying? There's nothing correct about this, but yeah, I'm the queen of balls. That's what I am. Okay, 204. Let's look at these overall gem counts. Total treasure for Laura, we got 1457, and for Ash, we got 1486. So just a little ahead. 30 gems ahead. That's nothing to scoff at for exiting Peacekeepers. But, you know, it's not a huge differential. These runs are basically even. So you got to consider, these runs are basically even. If anything, Ash is technically ahead, even though their gameplay is behind, because of the higher gem count, allowing them to take a faster route in the end game. I will be constantly reiterating that as we're watching this. Laura going for the thief skip there with Ash doing the non-skip. I recommend, now if you guys want my take, I know y'all are both watching right now, you guys could actually do the fucking flame turnaround non-skip on that guy. That'd probably be a quicker way. Jump charge out. The JX, I call it. That probably would not be a bad idea for that thief. But either way, it's not a huge difference. I saw a little roll strat right there. Was that Ash with the roll? Very nice. Gotta respect a roll. Okay, so Laura says that her gem count at the time was dog shit, as you can see in the chat. She says that she's dog shit. And it makes sense because her fursona is a dog, so the fact that you know, she knows a thing or two about dog shit, so apparently that's dog shit. Both of them not opting to get the second metal guy there. That was always like one toss-up for me. I was like, do I get the second metal guy there? Like, is it worth it? It's kind of one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go fast, skip them. And so I guess it's kind of an indicator that they're both in that mindset, perhaps. Nice. Ooh, unlucky movement by Laura there. Ash pulling ahead. Oh my god, that was really unlucky but I don't know if Laura was intentionally going for the bounce there. There is a strat where you can bounce up. I'm assuming she wasn't. I remember when we did the last reaction. I don't think she was intentionally going for a bounce there. But she can enlighten us in the chat. Good clean up there. I love that they both go for the damage abuse. There was a lot of pushback on that strat when I came up with it back in the day, but I think done optimally, it's definitely better. New world record is on the left. As you can tell by the profile pictures, we got Laura on the right with a 37.45 and Ash on the left with a 37.44. Laura also missing the thief there. I couldn't see if Ash got him or not. It all goes by so fast. And also, by the way, little side thing, I'm not going to be pausing and rewinding or anything because it's just going to be like, it's going to be hard to keep the sync. Like, I have to just keep the videos just going just so we can see the actual comparison. But one fun idea for actual comparison videos like this is especially when there's a large discrepancy, which we haven't seen yet. They've both been pretty neck and neck so far the whole time. Let's check the total gem count. 913 versus 1889. Yeah, Ash definitely going a little bit further. You know, the gem differential definitely getting bigger here. But, or no, it's still around 30 gems. Ooh, Laura missing but Ash getting the left side strat. That strat always scares the shit out of me. And maybe it might be easier to go for in any percent, but man, seeing Saboom go for that left side tornado strat coming up the hill there, there's only a certain like area you can get that, a certain few pixels you can get that with a certain like angle with Spyro as well. That has an effect on it, so. With the cycle also being in your favor. So a lot of things have to go right for that little whirlwind strat to work. It's very ballsy. I'm surprised people are so ballsy with it. But I gotta respect it. Now Ash going for the I gotta shout this out because I made fun of Ash before for this. Ash going for the full hop there, I believe, and Laura going for the charge jump. So Laura doing everything in her power to bring it back. It's the only time you ever so look, I mean, so I can only speak about it from my perspective, and I mostly play 120%, and so that strat is just hard for me. Like, we gotta acknowledge and respect that some strats are easier for some people and harder for some people. When I say something's hard, I just mean like for me. You know, for you, I'm sure it's like you don't even worry about it, but for me that would be something I worried about. So, you know, it's not like a disrespect. If we want to just say it like this, like I suck, I should learn it, okay? Like, you know, but why even go there? Damn, the sync! Oh, the sync! It's beautiful. I'm not sure. Oh, 2, 2, 3, 4. I wasn't super looking at the gem counts there, but damn, they're right back in sync. I love this. I love a good sync. It's beautiful. Oh, Ash having to wait for that gold there. That's okay. Oh, but still catching up very respectably. It's a really great example of how like a missed flame charge looks worse than it really is. However, Ash taking a little bit more space with the supercharge here. Let's see. Oh my god. Now if you weren't having a headache watching the two runs side by side, now with the supercharge, it's like fucking disorienting. Really just really solid from the two of them. Laura's still a little under-gemmed compared to Ash just in this level, not speaking total. But man, how satisfying, right? To see those two supercharges like side by side like that. Oh. That's probably one of the coolest supercharges in the whole run, is this Wizard Peak one. It's even cooler than in 120%. 120% you gotta split up those supercharges, but in any percent you basically do it all at once. Nice.
Ash and Laura are a pair of genuine beasts. Looking forward to seeing them push this game further.
Well, thank you so much, Cyrus, for the bits, and I agree. I look forward to whatever the fuck they do. Even if they just quit tomorrow, I am looking forward to that. And if they keep grinding for the rest of their lives, I look forward to that. Okay, nice double by Laura. Ash going for the singles. I think both of them getting the dragon skip, not sure. Laura solidly. Again, I'm not looking. I need to check these total gem counts. That is something I do have to pay attention to. Laura do be right. I was talking shit earlier, but I do got to pay attention. But yeah, for the time being, it seems Laura's ahead with a slightly lower gem count. Maybe significantly lower gem count, if you want to call it that. I need more Momogus. Please help me. In Laura's stream. Very, very powerful bit message. Alright, well hey, while this boring ass flight level happens, hey, chuggers in the chat, if you made it this far in the video, type a letter P just to be a bitch to the people who typed B earlier. Fuck the B's, man. It's all about the P's. P's for penis. Cheers. Oh my god, I forgot I heated that up. That shit was hot. Oh my goodness. PP gang. Okay, let's see the total count. Okay, Laura's got 2929, Ash with 296. Wow, Ash really coming ahead with the gems here in these last few levels. A good 50 gems ahead. And so, again, even though Ash is like maybe 1 or 2 seconds behind Laura here, getting all those gems. Those are important gems, by the way. Even though Ash is looking a couple seconds behind, in reality, they are actually a bit ahead, routing-wise. Laura with slightly cleaner movement there. Let's see how they handle these whizzes. I know Laura does like a different strat from the zigzag that I normally do in 120. Oh, Laura missing a... Yeah, I remember Laura got pissed at this part when we watched. So Ash coming back ahead here. Yep. So Laura having some flubs. This is probably the biggest like movement error of the run so far for Laura. And Ash handling that section pretty solidly by comparison. Both of them doing a, out of the dragon, both of them doing a turnaround. I think Laura wanted to go for a full hop, turnaround short hop charge. I do believe that when you have to 180 out of a dragon, and I think this is a really helpful thing, is that when you 180 out of a dragon, you want to be doing the quick turn, and while the quick turn is happening, you are doing the short hop, so that by the time you complete the quick turn, you're in midair and can charge to get optimal charge speed. This is what I do in anytime I have to 180 after a dragon. Like whether it's in treetops or whatever. So just duly noted, those I am of the opinion that those turnarounds could be improved. We're talking frames. It's nothing, you know, to lose sleep over, obviously. So yeah, Ash solidly ahead now in gameplay and in gem count. But let's not forget, Ash is only a second ahead of this run by the end. So something tells me that Laura's going to find some cheeky ways to catch up. And especially we got to wait till we see, I didn't even mention this, but we got to wait till we see how Coveless goes. Laura, if I'm not mistaken, I think Laura got like a turnaround rat on this run, a really insanely fast Coveless. So, what the fuck? Oh, that was Ash's bit noise right there. Cool. But I do want to say a quick, like, thank you to Ash for actually having game sound on this record as opposed to the last one. That is, to me, that's an improvement. And I don't mean to be so judgy about it. I'm just picky about like, okay, have the game and you know. So I appreciate Ash for that. There was probably some important like movement details that I missed there. Whatever. So Laura says, I fucked so hard here. In hindsight, I have no clue why I didn't reset. I'm glad I didn't. Definitely heater. Alright. Alright, another flight level. You guys know what to do. Chuggers in the damn chat. Where are my PPs in the damn chat, dude? Where are my burnt tongue coffee enjoyers at? Oh, I think, Oh, are they doing different routes here? Oh no, they're not. I got confuzzled again. Yeah, no, they're both doing the harder route. I just want to give a quick shout out. Laura's face. Laura's gamer face. Unfortunately, we can't see, we don't get to see fucking Ash's, intense run face. Ash was webcamless on this particular one, but yeah, just gotta give a shout out to the cute gamer focus. And yeah, don't mind that Windows 10 sound. Damn, Ash solidly ahead here. A beautiful entry on Bog anyways. 38.44 from Ash, and we're looking at 38.06. Okay, so Laura is catching up a little bit on the gem count here. Still just under 40 behind. Okay. Laura actually managing to snag all of these gems, so still catching up with the gem count, though at the cost of time and movement there. Yeah, Ash just flying through this level. I think this is where you can start to see that, like, you know, depending on the gem count. Obviously, Ash has had a favorable gem count for the majority of this run, and Laura quite the opposite. And this is where you can really start to see, like, how that affects their gameplay. Because you can just feel Laura starting to kind of rein in her gameplay a little bit to, like, you know, just to collect more gems, you know. Where Ash is, like, kind of starting to push a little harder because they know that they can. It's interesting to see that, like, subconscious effect on the actual movement. Or maybe it's a conscious effect. I don't know. But either way. Okay, Ash with that. Laura going for more backup gems here. Ash just skipping all of those. Okay, very straightforward, simple stuff. And hey, and while I'm waiting for them to get through these sections here, ooh, Ash with the bonk, that was almost catastrophic. Bonking in this section is very scary. Nice, okay, no magic stare. No magic stare jump, but you know, we take it. Playing it safe. Ash has a really great sense of, yeah, same with Laura there, no magic stare. Ash has a really great sense of not rushing themselves, which is, I think it's like a hallmark of like a really well-experienced Spyro 1 player, is not like being in a rush, you know, certain things, especially when you know you're on a good pace. Ooh, unfortunate, going sparksless in Guanton. Let's see how Laura does. Laura with a comparatively cleaner Guanton. She's definitely saving a little bit of time there. I don't know about the actual gem count. We'll take a look at the end of this level. Laura should have more gems than Ash here, just based off what I've seen gameplay-wise. Let's take a look. Ash getting 422 in this level, and Laura getting 442. So she was 40 gems behind before. Now she's probably closer to 20-something gems behind now. Not bad. Laura bringing it back, and really not at the cost of a lot of time and movement, which is really, really impressive, just comparatively speaking. You purse your lips? Yeah, I stick my tongue out and shit. I'll be like, you know, I'll be doing all sorts of weird faces when I'm on a good pace. Okay, let me pay attention here. I'm definitely... Okay, Laura barely... Ash solidly gonna skip the thief animation here by being ahead of them on the dragon. I think Laura just barely gets it as well, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, Laura gets it as well. But Ash having slightly cleaner movement there, getting them a couple seconds of a lead. Honestly, for even up to this point, I am very impressed at how synced these runs have been. They have never been more than like 3 or 4 seconds apart at any given time up to this point. Yes, the gem counts there's been a disparity between them in gem counts, but especially now with recovery movement having a factor. I mean, you can see that again with Laura, you know, the recovery movement there costing her some time. So now we're starting to see a bigger, we can start to see now that the times are going to start to kind of diverge. My guess is that Laura is going to be losing more time in these coming levels. But we'll just have to see what happens. But here's my prediction, is that Laura's going to be losing more time, up to around 10 seconds in the coming levels, up through Dreamweavers. Then, for Kovlis, she's going to bring back a lot of the time, and Ash is going to take more time. That's my guess. That's like my prediction. Ash getting a beautiful, beautiful stone knot there with the double chest. I think Laura gets it as well. Yeah, you guys are great at that. I am such ass at that for whatever reason. But Laura actually not getting the third chest there. So again, losing a little bit more time for that. It's unfortunate when you really, like, in reality, Laura's just putting down a really solid Beastmakers right now, but when we're sitting here comparing it to Ash's Beastmakers is like literally beast right now, so. By comparison, you know, it doesn't look that amazing, but it really is. Both of these Beastmakers are very good, so. And I want to just give that, I should have given this disclaimer at the start. Anything critical I say about, you know, Laura or Ash on either of these runs, like, you know, please, like, don't, especially if either of them are watching right now, it's like, I have the utmost respect for them as I like look up to them as any percent runners. I think I have a lot more to learn from them than they do from me, truth be told. But yeah, beautiful charge against the wall there from Ash. Let's see how Laura gets that. Nice, even cleaner by Laura there. It's like, just movement like that is just so gorgeous, and so any criticism I give is not meant to be taken too much to heart or like whatever. I bow down. I bow down. Whatever I say in this reaction, I bow down to the skill and the, you know, that I have yet to ever achieve in this category. So, you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the expert here or anything. Only in some aspects. I'll pretend like I'm an expert in tiny aspects that don't fucking matter, you know. But at the end of the day, these two have taken the category further than I think I ever will. Already, and they're still going, you know. Which, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube right now, please feel free to follow Ash and Laura if you're not already doing that. I'll have links to their channels, their Twitch and YouTube channels down below. Because these two are really, like, this is probably the most exciting, like, I don't want to call it like a rivalry or whatever, but exciting, like, sort of, like, back and forth world record trading that I've seen in this game in a long time. Something about when I play a category, no one else wants to play it, but so they get to have the rivalry, so to speak. Ash absolutely running away with the fucking lead here, but 5119 coming out of this level total gem count. This is an important total gem count, by the way, because it really determines the Dreamweaver's route. Let's see what Laura's at. 511. They're basically so totally understandable that Laura would lose a little bit of time grabbing some extra gems throughout this Beastmakers. I think for the time difference at this point, we're maybe looking at somewhere around like 5 to 7 seconds, but a lot of that time was just spent re-gemming. That now Laura and Ash are actually going to have a surprisingly similar Dreamweaver's route, at least I assume. We'll see if that actually is the case or not. But yeah, about like 6-ish seconds difference, 6 or 7 if I were to guesstimate it. So yeah, actually really impressive. I know obviously Ash is looking amazing on this run, but truth be told, Laura really has some amazing recovery in that Beastmakers. It's something I wasn't really able to appreciate when I was just watching her run, but watching it side by side, the fact that she's able to keep up even a little bit with Ash here, and bring what was like at one point a 50 gem deficit back, that is actually huge. That is nothing to scoff at. Grabbing the extra gem there, and again, did Ash do that? I'm not sure. That's like another example of like, oh, I'm, you know, in your head. In reality, they're at the same gem count now, but Laura's subconscious is like, I'm under gemmed, you know, still. Whereas Ash is like still in the, oh, well, I'm over gemmed, you know. That's like that subconscious effect of the gem count, even though they're basically at the same gem count now. Now I think Laura's gonna pull ahead a little bit, right? Unless Ash also got that box, I'm not sure. 308, I didn't see what Ash had. Laura's like talking shit on herself, but like I'm trying to like make a point that it's like it's pretty impressive. Like take the damn compliment, you slut. No, I'm just kidding. Who has world record? Ash just got the world record. The run on the left. Ash's run just beat Laura's former world record by 1 second. And we are on the Twilight side of this run, not to be confused with Twilight Barbara. Looking like pretty standard levels so far. Did Laura fuck up this level? I feel like we're losing more time. Or no, it still seems like 6 or 7 seconds. Yeah. 5611 coming out, total gem count. Let's see what Laura's got. 5608. So yeah, they're basically at the same gem count. I mean, you know, 5 gems, that's not like a big fucking deal. So let's see how different these jocks look, given that their gem counts are pretty similar right now. Now the big spot they're gonna skip here is on the right. Ash probably gonna grab this guy. All right, all right. Oh, Ash grabbing some extras actually. I'm surprised by that. Laura kind of fudging the movement, but look what Laura grabs here. I think Laura's just grabbing that. Oh, they do grab both of them because of the 10 gem. I would have thought that they skipped them. Well, I guess not. So far, it looks like they've grabbed essentially the same gems, I think. If my double vision is serving me correctly. They didn't go for the metal boxes. They did go for the same enemies. Ooh, Ash fudging up the fucking... Oh, Laura pulling ahead. And that's just the power that a fucked up cake will do, you know? You can't even blame Ash for that one. I mean, it's just a fucked up section. Like, if you start bonking there, you really can't blame yourself. It's just the fucking awful fucking collision on those platforms. But somehow, they're basically like right up neck and neck. I think Ash probably might have skipped some... Or Laura might have skipped some gems that Ash didn't after that single cake. Or vice versa, or something like that. But wow, they caught right back up to each other. That was actually crazy how that worked out. That was an insane, like, back and forth, like, in the span of, like, 10 seconds, like, fucking Laura blasted ahead, and then Ash came back. That was insane. That's definitely warrants, like, a rewatch for sure, but we might take a look at that at the end. That was a really insane, like, way Jock went down, comparing the two. But yeah, just, like, perfectly, like, and you know what, this actually wasn't what I thought. I thought there was going to be a bigger time difference between the two of them coming out of Dreamweavers. But I can only assume that they both get pretty fucking quick Kovluses here at this point. So let's take a look. I know for a fact Laura gets the turnaround, which is arguably the fastest thing you can do. But let's take a look and see how these rats treat them. A lot of the time save here is going to come from how the rats move. Ash getting a literal perfect rat without the turnaround. Laura getting a slightly slower rat with the turnaround. Basically evening it out, essentially. Really crazy how that looks. I see, this is why having the comparison here is so cool. You get to really see just how much time save and loss and how much pullback. It's really cool how that is. I love, this was a really good comparison so far because they have both been neck and neck, less than 10 seconds away from each other the whole run. If you're enjoying this comparison, let me know in the comments down below. I love doing stuff like this and I figured I'd try something different, you know. But yeah, they are literally neck and neck. It actually is coming down to the nasty chase. I wasn't expecting that. But it is unironic, like their movement in the nasty chase, like, is the difference between one of them having record or tie record or not. That's so insane, right? And you can see they're still kind of pulling back and forth during the chase there, but Ash just barely squeaking out ahead. And so, yeah, so there's the 1 second difference there now. Insane, it really did, and I was not expecting this, it really did come down to the nasty chase itself. And there's Ash's 1 second ahead of Laura. GG's in the chat. Amazing. Truly an amazing comparison. Amazing 2 runs. I have to say, from going... the fucking old guy. from the fucking... Hold on, let me stay on topic here. From the... from the old guy looking at... That's Laura's face right there. Laura's like, no, you didn't just fucking get the 1 second premium. Oh, Ash's reaction we get to hear. Hold on.
What the fuck?
I haven't seen this yet.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's
My cam's not working right now. I'm trying to turn on cam. It's not working, but fuck.
That's so fucking funny.
What the fuck?
All right. Well, anyways, I'll you guys, if you want to see that whole reaction, you guys can see that on Ash's channel. Again, I'll have them both linked down below. But yeah, I have to say, in conclusion, I am absolutely blown away, surprised, flabbergasted, you might say, that they were as neck and neck as they were the entirety of the run. the biggest difference between the two runs was the gem count throughout the early and mid game, which basically cost Laura the time difference in this run, but not to take away from Laura's insane recovery to actually close it out and bring back a 50 gem deficit by comparison to Ash. That is insane that she was able to bring that back. And yes, she was like maybe 5 or 6 seconds behind in some parts, but then Ash would fall behind just a little bit, just for a moment in sections where you could really see that the movement has a much more like of a huge implication than you would even think just watching one of the runs on their own. Things like the nasty chase and that little section with the cake in Jock. I mean, they were just kind of going ahead, then the other person be ahead, then the other person be ahead, just like in the span of a few seconds. And so really just impressive, insane runs from both of them. And they're just such a different flavor too, you know? It's like the recovery run from Laura and just the insane, like, solid beast mode with like careful execution in certain parts, like from Ash. It's like, they really are hallmarks, I think, of their play style. And, you know, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see balls to the wall, such different styles of runs come together in like beautiful harmony, like we saw with this world record comparison. So that's all I have to say. I'm trying to see if there's anything else from Laura or Ash in the chat here. It does not look like there is. I'm sure that they are tired of hearing my voice critique their runs when I couldn't even hold a candle to them. So in honor of them, I say chuggers in the chat. Thank you guys for watching another amazing reaction. If you guys want to see more reactions like this, do let me know in the comments down below. Do check out Laura and Ash down below. But with that, my name's Dayoman, and I will catch you guys in the next time. Keep on spiraling and keep on chugging. Cheers.
Dayoman.